The D to the E, the L to the V. It's the Dev Party. Hey boys, welcome to the D to the E to the L to the V body. I'm your host El Dizzle. That's Vikrant.
Inshallah, guys.
Hey, my Indian brother. And that's Destroyer.
Pleasure to be here with you today.
Yeah, it's a lovely day, isn't it? Well, boys, first we'll go to the big news in the NRL at the moment. How about Payne Haas possibly going to the Rebel League, the R360?
I think that he won't leave the Broncos, especially after they just won the grand final, and we'll probably try to back it up this year with a good team.
Yeah,
Yo,
well,
what's the R360?
it's this Rebel Rugby League where they're offering the players a whole lot more money than the NRLs at the moment, but they'll have to move to the Pacific Islands away from the family, or bring the family with them.
They're trying to bring like an English Super League over to Australia,
Yeah, sort of.
like a second tier NRL.
But they're trying to sign the big fish players to really make the league very popular.
Yeah, because if they can get some of them, like Pappy or
Yeah,
Haas, then
especially
they could probably get a couple more.
yeah.
People will start to follow.
Yeah, well, on the the issue for the
see.
Broncos, whether Haas will go, it's really a question of what does Haas value? Does he value winning comps, or does he value, money? And especially with such a historic family as the Haas family, with a whole lot of members of it, a whole lot of uh, members prone to making the news and big stories. Does he value the money to support his family? Yeah, because
I think that for his case, I would move to the R360, help his family out.
honestly, as a Broncos fan, I reckon he should. Because that way he can get at least 3 to 4 mil for his family. Just go over to some islands for a few years, and then even though there is supposed to be a 10-year ban for players, there's not all the teams are going to agree to getting a player such as Payne Haas out for that long. So Payne Haas could leave the league for a few years. Someone like say the Sharks or the Knights or something could pick him up because they won't follow the rules, and then that's honestly best for all parties. Haas gets his bag, comes back to the league. The league gets him back. Everyone eats.
Yeah, I think the NRL won't even ban him. I think he's too much
Too
of a
much.
star to take out of the
Yeah,
game.
exactly. But a player like Pappenhausen, I think, is definitely bound to the league because it's a very strange thing to happen for the Storm. Just out of nowhere, like booting their starting fullback out. And obviously they do have Sua Falongo waiting in the wings, and they've got plenty of quality juniors coming probably from Brisbane mostly. But the Storm will be a route without Pappy. Pappy will
Yeah.
be good at the R360 where he's probably going to go, and yeah. Well, it's interesting to think for the Broncos if they do lose Haas, where next? Because they'll have a lot of free space in the cap. They'll have a lot of room to sign another big player. And who you reckon are some of the players that could be snapped up? It's a big free agency period.
Well, you don't really need halfback because they've just signed Jonah
Yeah,
Peasant
for the
after his one contract after the
with Para.
Eels. So there's your halfback, probably for the next
Yeah, and they
5
have a
years.
great junior Kobe Black coming out. It's only a matter of time when he starts getting some playing time. He's supposed to be the
Yeah, when Ezra Mam and Adam Reynolds move on.
Well, I was thinking.
Does the
Oh
Broncos,
yeah, Vikrant.
do they have like an academy where they could get like other
They got
younger
plenty of
players, maybe?
academies. Every team does. Yeah.
Could they maybe get someone there? Or will they get like another high
That's true.
scoring player or something like that?
Well, it just depends because like they've already won the grand final last year. They might want to sign a big boy and try to win again, or they could start like the rebuild and try and get a nice young team.
Which
set
is
up for the
probably going to be
future.
the case maybe 3-4 years down the line when Renault and Hunt and like maybe even Carrigan. No, Carrigan's still young, but those core players start to retire. They will start to bring those youngins up from the juniors. Yeah, but some free agency signings I think the Broncos might be looking at is Tino from the Titans. It's not a great team over there. Tino doesn't get to do a whole lot of winning outside of Origin. He might be ready to take a decent contract because Haas has a big contract. Take a big contract, go to the Broncos, have a great chance to win some premierships. What do you reckon?
I mean, I know Tino does want to
Does he?
stay with the Titans. That plays
Where
a
he
big
struck it
role.
up with Josh Hannay.
But I think probably moving to the Broncos would be beneficial for him, especially with the loss of Haas, maybe going to the R360. With that big contract they could sign Tino with, I think if he gets that option, he will take it. Move to a good team with good money.
A winning system. But something that is often overlooked is that he won't have to move his family because Gold Coast to Brisbane is about 45 minutes, and that's a huge thing to move family. Yeah,
Yeah,
Plus,
maybe an
say if it
hour.
was from New Zealand to Brisbane, that would be a huge move going cross country, across the ditch. But when it's just from like one town to the next, it's a lot easier for the transition for the families and whatnot. Yeah. Well, onto the Broncos, obviously with Haas, they managed to get the premiership last year with some pretty unreal finals matches. I was just thinking how, ridiculous of a team that was. If you thought round 13, 14, they were dead in the water out of the 8, 13th on the ladder, looking like a repeat of 2024. But they, managed to get their offense right and start firing when it mattered, eh?
Especially against
Yeah.
Penrith. Penrith were in form as well. And then they were gone for all money, the Broncos. And then out of nowhere, Reece
Yeah, it's
Walsh
pretty crazy. I think the
turned
first
the
half
game.
was the Broncos were bad. They were bad, and they were lucky to only be down by 14. And they managed to, do what they've done so often and be the comeback kings of the year. Yeah, well, I'm just thinking another huge part of it was we were injured at the start of the year. Renault missed time with, his hammies and his biceps and whatnot. But it was really, him coming to form, controlling the team, letting Walsh do what he does best and just play free footy. It was really good. And I got up here how many points he scored. I was just looking at the the Bing AI. It was saying he's gotten 1,896 points at South Sydney and 620 at the Broncos.
Wow.
Saying he also got 172 points this year. And so none of this seems quite right at all. Yeah, this AI stuff can sometimes be pretty it's pretty incredibly
AI
wrong,
wrong?
honestly. There's off
Is it
by
not
multiple
right now?
games. But this is the thing with AI. You got to first of all, you check even if you check the AI, you want to check the proper sources and all of this. It's dangerous out there nowadays. With what you see on the internet.
Yeah, you always
Exactly. Yeah. There's
you
so
always
many
want to
people saying
fact
so many
check it.
things, and we sometimes forget to check, and we just try and take on authority what we see. But it's important to check for yourself. Get the information out there, and yeah. Yeah, it can be.
Pretty crazy. Like AI now just taking over the world. It's taking it's like a major part of our lives now. We to
very
make
much.
sure that we know what we're doing. We know the correct
Yeah,
information.
because
And yeah,
especially something that I've heard before that I thought was always very interesting was that so AI is only as smart as people are because it gets the stuff up for people, and people aren't very smart.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, so we always have to keep that in
Yeah.
mind. That we
I mean, yeah, that is
we
true.
can't take everything for granted nowadays in this internet age.
Yeah, but at the same time, AI, even though it has its problems, there's so good stuff with it. Like it can help at
Yeah, I
times.
guess spell checking,
It just
and
depends on how you use it.
just simple stuff. But it's important that to keep your own thoughts and not require to be. You don't need AI to think for you. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
exactly because creativity
make sure
is
you
it's
just
all
don't
we
want to
got.
kill your
That's the
creativity.
difference between humans and everything else.
Exactly.
Well,
Exactly.
that was the DeLV the DeLV Podcast, boys. It's been a pleasure. I'll hope to see you again soon. And I'll see you next time.
It's-
Hopefully.
Well, our
See you,
next episode will
Vikrant.
be next week, right?
Bye, Destroyer.
All right.
El Dizzle out.
See you then.
See you guys.
The D to the E, the L to the V. It's the Dev Party.